Hey, what's up? What's up, my guys? Look, welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. Guys, this right here is the spare of the moment. Just bear with me, trying to get everything set up. Okay, so let me go ahead and play the intro and then I'm going to get on. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this right quick. Okay. Okay, guys, I am back. I am just waiting for my guests to come on. Three Angels. I'm waiting for them to come on, and then we can go ahead and start. So again, guys, welcome on this blessed Saturday. It is beautiful out there. It is cold, but it is beautiful. Okay. So before you guys come in, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. So I'm just waiting. We're just gonna go over some things, I mean, as you can see right here by the title, this song had came in my spirit, and I just can't get this song out of my spirit. I can't explain it, but I know that it's major. I can't explain it, but I know that it's major, and it's by Tasha Cobbs. That song been in my spirit, and I just went ahead and used it for my title. So, guys, I'm just waiting patiently for Three Angels to come in. Okay, so again, guys, welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. Yes, indeed. I mean, it is beautiful out there. I hope you guys are doing great. Very great. So, I don't even need to go ahead and do any copyright disclaimer, but I'm going to go ahead and just say it anyway. Under Section 107, the Copyright Act 1976, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and education. So again, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. How are you doing, Christella? I see Christella Hart. She says, hey, Lady D. How are you guys doing? Guys, welcome. Yes, indeed. So we're going to just go, just talk. That's all we're doing. Just talking. That's it. It's not no interview or anything. We just talking. So just bear with me, guys, a few seconds. Let me see what's going on, and then we can go ahead and start. So before everything, just make sure, let me go ahead and make sure I hit like, because I have to also hit like as well. Okay. So let me go ahead and text right quick. So yes, guys, it is beautiful out here. So I see that I got 10 people in here. Come on, guys, hit that like button, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. This right here is the spare of the moment. Spare of the moment, guys. I mean, like I said, it's best to be ready. We have to be ready at all times. Some of us want to get ready, but we have to be ready at all times. I see Sassy Brown. Sassy Brown says, good evening, true tellers. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for your support. It is appreciated. It is appreciated. So I'm just waiting for Three Angels to come in. Okay, I don't see them. I see where they text, but I'm just waiting for them to come in, and then we're gonna go ahead and talk. I mean, it's just so much stuff. I mean, so much stuff is out there. It's just, I mean, and like I said, even in the Bible it said, "Think it not strange." All the things that we seen that is going on out there, and all I could say, all we can do is just sit back and just watch, because we already know that all this stuff, it was about to, it was going to happen. So it's just amazing. It's just amazing just to know that we are in right now of what I call, such a time like this. So guys, just bear with me, just be patient. We're not talking about no love and marriage in Huntsville. Trust me. No love and marriage in Huntsville. Not at all. We're going to talk about things that's matter. So much stuff that is going on out there. Hey, country girl queen, she says, good afternoon. Happy sensational. Yes, sensational Saturday. Unapologetic real talk and truth tellers. Yes, indeed. guys, thank you very, very much. I mean, I just, asking the Most High God, just use me on this platform, just use me, because it's just so much out there. And, when it comes to social media, it can be a beast and it also can be a good thing. It all depends how we use it. So I see my girls are up, guys, and everything. And my mind's country girl, make sure that everything in here be respectful. We're not here to sit there and try to drill anyone. We just talking. That's all it's about. Just talking. So I'm gonna go ahead and let them up. Hey, three angels, how are you guys
Peace.
doing?
How's it going, D?
It's going great. It's going great out here. I mean, it is so beautiful. I think it was like the when it was 3 or 4 days ago, we had some snow down here. We was like kids down here because it's
Real
been
wow.
2000 and I think 2017. We was like kids down here because we're not used to that type of weather. But how it is in y'all up there where you guys are?
We did get snow too, but we didn't really go outside or nothing like
Yeah, well,
that.
y'all used to
Stay
it.
warm. Stay warm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all, well, I don't. Some of y'all might not be used to, it, but we're not used to it. Down in the south, it gets cold, but our cold is not y'all cold to us. We act like we dying.
Oh,
Oh
I
yes,
see. I
I'm not
see.
used to the cold either. I like the
Oh,
tropical weather with the sun and the palm trees.
Hmm.
Yes.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So, guys, like I said, we just gonna freestyle. Just let it flow, however you feel led. What you guys want to go ahead and talk about? The floor is open, and like I
Look,
said, in here is real talk. Unapologetic, and it's just so much stuff that's out there. And I was talking to you guys. It just feel like something is about to happen, and that's why I went ahead and I put that title. I can't explain it, but I know that it's major. Y'all don't feel
yes,
that?
I can feel it.
Yes.
Yes.
And you have that Pisces, you have a lot of water in your chart. So you're able to like feel intuitively a lot of things. So that's really good. You have a lot of psychic visions and stuff like that
Mhm.
with your chart.
Yes, yes. From a child, it's just that from a child I felt that I was set apart. Even when it comes to my mom, she used to have like dreams, and you feel like it's just that you in here but you're not of here. It's like you just set apart. And
Mhm.
I
Chosen.
always felt like that, but I just need to know how to tap into it where I can just won't be all over the place.
Hmm.
Yes, that's
Hmm.
that's that's very normal when it comes to those that are chosen, being set apart from this world. So it's good that you're aware of what's happening and feeling like what is about to happen. Because I know that a lot of people, and I know myself, it feels like we're waiting for something. What are we
Hmm.
waiting for? Like, we're here on this earth. What's my purpose? Why am I here? And it truly is to find our source, to find God. And so we're waiting on God. That's why all of these natural disasters coming and these warnings and these fires and these floods and hurricanes, earthquakes is like getting us to realize that, okay, if I'm putting all of my attention and my focus and my energy on getting materialistic things, when in a second it just go up in flames, maybe I should give my energy to God. And
Hmm.
that's why we're here. We're literally God's angels sent here to give the divine message of Eligio the Christ being here back on this earth plane, as the Messiah, Jesus in the modern day. So the words he speaks shows us even 8 years ago he was speaking a message that said we have to leave Babylon and get in tune with nature. And
Hmm.
that's what you're seeing. The nature is having a bounce back to what humans are doing to the planet.
Yes. And if y'all don't know who she's talking about, this is Eligio. He has a study guide. You can go and find this on Apple Books. It talks about melanin, quantum physics, grounding,
Mm-hmm.
astrology, biology, just all the sciences. Like I feel like a lot of people, when we start to seek something, we have to be grounded in truth. Like, what's actual truth?
Yeah,
What's like
objective. Yeah.
concrete? No argument, no debating, but it's actual facts.
Yes.
We have to ground ourselves in that, because it is a lot of like subjective or spirit told me, and that's good. Like, the intuition is good, but we have to be grounded in truth
Facts.
and
Yes.
not just believing what people say, like, a God in the sky and all of these metaphorical things. It's like, what is the actual objective truth? So I'm not just blindly, just following what other people are telling me.
Mm-hmm.
So the
Mhm.
truth is out there for sure.
Absolutely. And I like when you guys say grounded, and a lot of people don't like to be grounded, and my grounded may not be what other people grounding is, but my grounded is to just, how people, they toss to and fro, they just everywhere. And my grounded is just just stand still and just watch and see the salvation. That's my grounding. And
Mm.
Okay.
Mhm.
I like that. I like that you
yeah.
said rooted in the salvation. Because for me, I would say I'm rooted in the knowledge that Aliyah has given me through this five sciences and just the words that he speaks daily. It allows me to think better. Like, you know how it may be with, we have all different planetary alignments and whatnot within our chart. I don't know if you guys are aware of astrology and
Not too much.
not too much. We all have a certain genome. Genome is like a DNA. You know, we have certain DNA that makes me look different from you, and how we act is different. So it's basically that you're able to know how you
Hmm.
act and respond to things. So we all have certain oppositions and challenges that we're here to overcome so that we can become more aligned with God and His Word and truth. And no matter what, how it may feel or how we may perceive it to be, to ground ourselves in absolute truth. And that, since I've seen myself on this journey, has really opened my mind
Hmm.
to reach past the limitations I've been taught to limit myself to since I was a kid.
Hmm.
Through, so I'm thankful for able to ground myself that way and find new ways, like even me singing, expressing myself through
Hmm.
just a creative art. Like I love to sing and to,
And you sing so beautiful.
I'm thankful.
Hmm.
It grounds me in just a hum or a gratitude of your breath. It's just the smallest thing. So yeah.
And when you're saying as a child, that's how old you think it was when you felt like you had that special anointing, that you was just set apart. It was just something different, you know, about you than when you with, kids of your age, because it was like me. Like if I would go around people, as my age, they always said they're, it's like, it's not like I was bougie or, it's just to me, they could notice a difference. It's just like with Peter. I don't know, and like I said, some of these stories, like as we say, is allegories, but, we know how to take it into today. But it
Right.
was a story about Peter when Peter had walked it with Jesus and when Jesus had got arrested and he was afraid to even acknowledge Jesus, where he was with the crowd and he started cursing and start acting like them, like the world. And they realized that, oh, you're not one of us, because they know that he has a special anointing. It's just like, just say for instance, if I curse, if I
Mhm.
curse, people gonna say, oh, it sounds strange. But when another person curse, it's just, it flows, they can relate to it. So that's how I knew that, from a very early age, even the things that come out my mouth was, it was different, even though I tried to fit in, because I'm not
Right.
going to say that, I had it all together, I tried to fit in, but I know that when I do something, I always felt convicted. That's how I felt.
You had always had an inner knowing, like even if somebody
Hmm.
didn't tell you, you knew like, I shouldn't do that, or I need to be doing this. So yeah, um, when you do feel like that, it is important to, like you said, you like to be still and ground. Like meditating is really good. Just being still and being quiet and just connecting with yourself, because coming out of the matrix, coming out of Babylon, it's like a embedded autopilot program.
Mm-hmm.
Like the certain people you deal with every day, the same foods you was eating since you was growing up, going to church. It's like an embedded program. And so when you are coming into a time and space in your life where you're just like, this is not, something's just not right. Something just not right about
I
this.
can't explain it, but I know it's something major, and that's why
Yes.
it's something that's not right. It's just like you feel it. Something, it's just something is about to happen, and it's not even a bad thing, because we've been through so much. You see, so anything that comes our way, we can handle, like water on a duck. So we know that something is going to happen, but we already know that we are set apart now. Like I said, not too many people see stuff like that. But I like the part when you talked about Babylon. See, and a lot of people, they think that, okay, when we talk about Babylon, that Babylon can also be a state of mind as well, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So
Yes.
that's a big change right there. First, it got to start with the mind, which I think that you and we all talked about that last time, where it's a state of mind, right?
Yes. It is a state of mind. And as soon as we were born, we were just pure, like empty vessels, pure little babies. And then everybody starts putting their mind and their thoughts and their beliefs and saying, you got to go to work. You don't need a man. Be independent. Get a job. And you're like, and you just start running off of a program of all the mindsets that people put in you. And
Mm-hmm.
so you do have to, once you recognize that a lot of that stuff is destructive, a lot of that stuff isn't true, a lot of that stuff isn't your calling and what you're here to do. You're here to do something so much bigger than to be going to work for a piece of paper. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we're so much bigger than that. God is so much bigger than that. Even in the Bible,
Mm-hmm.
it says you can't serve both God and money. Like, you must love one and despise the other.
Amen. And a lot of people, they are not going to understand that part when they say money, because at one time I didn't understand it, because I say we need money, which we do need money, especially in Babylon, because I can't sit there and say, oh, I'm going to the store and I'm going to pull some leaves off the
Right.
trees and give it to them. We need money, but we're not letting it become the root of it, the lover of it, right? The lover of money. Because some people, they feel like they have to have money, they have to have this, they have to have that. But we also have to be good stewards, right? We can't take as much as just say like people, they want so much of it. Take what you need, right?
Greed. And that's really what the
Greed, yeah, greed.
Babylon is based in. Babylon is based in the
Consumption.
consumption, take, without
Mm-hmm.
giving anything in return. Because if we look around at our world that we live in, we can see that everything that we have is made from nature.
Yes.
Homes,
Metals,
the
woods, rubber,
are
plastic.
made from nature. So we have to realize that there's a fake world on top of the real world.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just trying to say, hold on, go back to the real world. At least live in tune and bring it together. You don't have to be in a hut with just leaves in a shack. And, no, we can blend it together. Start to make technology blend with nature. And you see, they
Absolutely.
have all of these technologies, but why isn't solar panels able to power all of our devices and all of our electricity? Why are we still pumping oil from the earth? But there's robots that's able to talk and communicate and give you answers in an instant of a second. So we have
Absolutely.
to see that what rate we are in is a state of, okay, we need to get back in tune with our natural state. We have to get back in tune with nature. And that's going to allow us to depend more on God rather than this dollar or this currency
Mm-hmm.
that We're working, but we're going right to the bank to give it right back to the bank. We go to the grocery
It's just
store.
rotating. You're right.
It
You're right.
rotates. So you're really not. We're really working for nothing. We're really not
Absolutely.
getting nothing in value in return that's even sufficing us, because at the end of the day we come out in the negative end, the weekend. That's why it's the weekend. You get your 2 days off. So we have to be able to realize it. And like you said, it starts in the mind. All is mental. So be able to realize and just first off know that this is not the real world. This is not the world that God has really placed for me to thrive in, but it's to overcome. It's an
Hmm.
obstacle course. So once
Hmm.
I realize that it's an obstacle course, I'm able to see the testings and see the way of what's trying to hinder my growth or stunt me from reaching my divinity and becoming godlike. Because we all have a certain gift and purpose and anointing within us that we're here to bring and share with the world.
Absolutely. So you think that we are now in what I call the pre-tribulation because we was talking about all the material stuff, how people feel like, they got to work from 9 to 5 and seeing how things, the kids, raising themselves. And you think that this right here is a sign that God is telling us, don't sit there and get into all this material stuff, because look at California, how all those fires, are on the hills. And I was seeing a video with J Lo, her Grammys all burned up, all her photos. So
Wow.
that there's a sign right now is don't be a lover of these things because you can't take it with you, right?
You don't take
Yep.
nothing with you when you go, but your memories, how you were in this earth, on this earth, and how people felt affected by you. That's all you take.
Your mind. That's true. People
So
work so hard all their life. J-Lo worked her whole life for that, and it's gone in a second just from an
In a
accident.
second, in a second.
and they put so much of their identity, their value in the materialistic things.
Mhm.
Okay, if materials come to you, okay. Yet, if you're putting your value in who you are is all within this car or this clothes or this Grammy or this status, that isn't your value truly, because at the end of the day, when that's taken away, who are you? Who am I with myself in solitude with my mind? Am I at peace? Am I grateful? Am I able to deal with my mind? Am I able to reach higher consciousness and think of concepts that aren't on the materialistic plane, but of the spiritual plane?
Hmm.
That make me a better person. So we have to start to change our values. Our values should be more so on our morals and our principles and how I treat my neighbor, how I'm treating myself. Do I love myself
Absolutely.
to even love my neighbor? Do I even
Hmm.
love God? Do I even know God? I have to be connected to myself and my body to be connected to God in any way, shape, or form.
Absolutely. And that's why I think that when it comes to the people, that know you guys, and the reason why, they always come up on you guys because they see that you young, you guys are beautiful, but you will walk away from this in a second and they can't understand that. See, people can't understand that, oh, if I'm so young, I got so much to live for, but this does not mean nothing to me because you can't take it with you
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
we're not seeking earthly blessings, and that's the part that they don't see. You see,
Mhm.
they looking and they chasing earthly blessings, but we chasing something that's eternity, something
Mm-hmm.
that I know that the fires is not going to come and in a
Take.
second and
True.
burn it, or a thief come and steal it. And
Mm-hmm.
see, that's the part where people don't understand because they feel, oh my God, we got these young, vibrant people, got so much life to live for, but they not chasing what we chasing. And that's what the world wants us to chase. And I
Yes.
tell them all the time, you can never build a solid foundation off of material possession. That's
Mm-hmm.
like building a house on sinking sand.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And they just don't see it.
Because
Mhm.
it's the popular trend. It's the mindset, the programming. So
Mhm.
no one's really trying to do the opposite, because it's like, well, I've never seen that before. And
What is like, yeah, like you said, a lot of people, like, how people can't fathom not
No.
going to work for money.
mm-mm,
People can't fathom that because it's it's all just witchcraft. Everything is
Absolutely.
witchcraft. Everything is your belief. So everybody believes that they need money. So everybody is moving around this whole world moving for money because that is the program. That is the Antichrist, actually, because it's one or the other, God or money, Babylon or God. Which one? It's one or the other. You
Choose
gotta
this day.
choose.
Choose this day.
You can't have one foot in and one foot out. You have to commit to one. And
Absolutely.
so that is the
Absolutely.
Babylon mindset. That's the
Absolutely.
obstacle course that we have to go over. That's the belief system that we have to replace with other belief systems. And that's where
Hmm.
Eligio comes in because he has the word and he teaches the knowledge on how to replace certain belief systems. Like we teach cosmic currency. We teach cosmic currency, which is pretty much that
You can continue talking. Continue talking here.
okay. Cosmic currency is it's based off of the principle that all is mental, all is mind, all is mental. So if you when you just focus on doing what you love to do, doing your art,
Mhm.
spreading truth, speaking the words, divine truth. Like what we're doing right now, we're in age of information. We're supposed to be online teaching this truth and
Absolutely.
helping people wake up.
I know that's true. The age of
Yes.
information, that's where we are right now. The
Mhm.
age of information. And the thing
Yes.
about it is that people just don't see it. All the information, we got access to everything.
Yeah.
So much.
Yes. But in the Bible, it says your heavenly father, your heavenly mother and father knows what you need already, knows that you need to eat, knows that you need shelter, knows that you need to be taken care of. So why are you worried about these things? Pagans worry about these things.
Mhm.
You just focus on the truth. Focus on storing your treasures in heaven and not storing your treasures on food and this and that. Store your treasures in heaven. Keep your mind thinking about the word, about the truth. Well, first you got to seek the truth, and then you got to constantly stay there mentally, dwell there mentally. Keep your mind in a healthy perspective.
Yes.
Always.
Mhm. So,
Um,
in other words, we got a
Everything will come to
colonized mindset, right? It's a colonized mindset that we thinking that we got to work from 9 to 5, both families, both parents out the house, and all that right there is a part of the system, right?
It
Yeah, it
is.
is. I haven't worked in 6 years. We have not worked. We just do what we love. We teach truth. We give thanks and honor.
Ooh,
We
say that
we
again. We just do what we what?
we
We
love to
do what
do.
we love. That's
We do
awesome.
music. We love
Ain't
each other.
nobody can't get mad with that when you do what you love. If you getting up every day, you should be doing what you love.
Facts.
Yes.
Half
If
of
you're
these
not
people
doing
right
that,
now, they are so stressed out on that 9 to 5. They
yeah.
stressed out, they depressed about time they get 65. That's when they get their retirement. They too old to enjoy life. But when you do what you love, how can people get mad with that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It actually keeps you vital too.
And everything we are taken care of. We've always been taken care of.
Yes.
Hey, Tina. Absolutely.
Mm.
Nobody can get mad with that. And that's the solution right there. Do what you love. Because if you do
Have
what you
faith.
love, you don't have to worry about going into the urgent care. You don't have to worry about, being all depressed. And, like I say, the birds don't worry about anything. The flowers, the clovers in the fields don't worry about anything. So why should we worry about it? When he
Shouldn't.
say, I never saw the righteous forsaken nor his seed begging for bread.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Seeking
You
first
don't
the
see the
kingdom of
birds
God.
out there sitting there worrying about where they're going to get their next meal. And see, they don't see it because we have been programmed.
Yes.
Yep, by the lower self, our lower self. When you see everything as
Tina
one,
say, not to cut you off, Tina say,
oh,
hey panelists, thanks for being here.
peace,
Thank you,
Tina. I'm
Tina.
glad to be here.
Blessings to
Thankful.
you.
Mhm. Go
Um,
ahead.
when you see everything as one, then you see Babylon and the European and all of the lower. You see, you just call it your lower self. Like that's still me, but it's a lower part of me. That's a lower mental paradigm that I was born into, but I'm here to elevate. And that's what the chosen ones are here to do. Pretty much elevate. When if you understand truth and you understand the knowledge and what you truly here to do, that calling inside of you, it's your job and your obligation to move on that and take a step towards that. So, and if you don't, you can go through anxiety because it's like you feel one thing, but you're still in a world of your past. You're living in a world of your past, but you feel like something's more.
It is.
And it's like you either fall back asleep into the past world or you feel like anxiety or because
you're outcast because you're doing the future.
So you're an outcast just because you love what you do. You're an outcast because you know who you are. So that makes us an outcast, right?
You're not going to go along with the wide road or with what everyone is doing. You're not going to go with the herd. You're going to be a leader and do what's righteous and what's in the narrow path and what's different, what's the hard thing to do. And to even set that online is a big thing because everyone's like wanting to do the same thing, wanting to be perfect, wanting to get the goals of a nice car, nice house, nice family. But reality, that is not really what you're going to suffice your soul. It isn't. So we have to regain a mindset of what really is going to make me happy and know that. Not what this world has told us will make you happy. Money's not going to make you happy because you can see rich people all the time be like, you know what, I don't want this money, or if I get this money, I'm going to go to the East and go talk to a guru to help me with my mind. That's what you see with a lot of famous people.
So you think that you guys would have had a better chance if you guys was, of my age, and for you to talk, so young, like that, you think that's what confuses them because they can't understand that someone that's so young, so beautiful can sit there and just walk away from this entire world, and when I say world, I'm talking about the material stuff.
Yeah. I think it's that, and also that I say that Eligio is God. And so when I say that, I'm understanding that the Messiah came back to say, I am God, and yet he says, ye are all gods also. And so
Psalms 82, I think it's 82 or 80, what it is, 82 and 6, right? Or 83 and 6. Ye are gods.
Or 81. Yeah,
81,
one of those.
yeah.
One of those.
And
What is Psalms 82?
I think it's 81.
80, no, Psalms 80, I think it's 80.
82 or 81?
82, Psalms 82. But continue, I can find it.
Yes. So the fact that I'm seeing God is because it's within myself. And so there's no illusion of separation. There's no worshiping God externally of me. It's all inclusive. It's understanding that we are all this divine pieces within the body of Christ and within the body of God. And with me being young and knowing that and being convicted, like I'm convinced in that. I understand it with the facts, with my heart, with what I've seen and what I know. And so not only is just me leaving everything, but what am I leaving all of this for? I'm leaving all this, what I knew in Babylon, past family relationships, all that I might have known. I left that and went to Panama to Eligio on the mountaintop speaking divine knowledge. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to give all of my whole being to you because I know that you are the divine within this being. You are God, and you are telling me the words of God and how to actually apply it to my life so that I can live in communion with God. And that's what heaven is constant communion with God, a deep sharing of intimate exchange of feelings with God. And so it's that would make that scares or shakes people off like, what? You're saying somebody is God? Yes, because that is the absolute truth. And yet if you say it and you're actually applied by, so it's that I would say so much so because a lot of people now are leaving the Babylon and like going into their RVs, trying to live off grid, yet they're still not fully connected to the source in which we all come from.
Absolutely. And why you think, which, I want to talk to you guys about this on another day, but just get a little bit of it. Why you think that they are in fear, especially when it comes to the power that be, when we say who we are? If we come out and we say that we are gods, why you think they are so afraid to hear about the Messiah rising? Every time when you hear about the Messiah rising, they dare to sit there, either take them out or put them in jail. They don't want to see that. Why you think that they trembles when they hear when we come together?
I feel like there's two aspects of it. One, because your tongue is a wand. So whatever you say, you are creating reality. So when you say the black man says, I'm God, that is already breaking down the matrix, because this matrix is built off of this white European Christ. So when you are speaking a word and speaking truth, you are creating a reality. Just like these rappers and music, they're saying, I got $1 million and rapping about being rich and all this, but they don't got $1 in their bank account. But then they believe it and they put music to it, and they got a speaking a word, you casting spells. Everything that you say, you casting a spell. So then weeks later, they got $1 million because of that
Absolutely.
word.
Power in the tongue. Power in the tongue.
Yeah. So when a black man speaks that word, it's automatically breaking down this system. It's automatically exposing the truth, because this whole system is built off lies. Everybody is living in lies. Everybody living in lies. And then the other aspect of it is that it's all just our own opposition for us to rise. It's just our opposition.
And another thing, where they don't understand. That's why, I don't call myself a Christian anymore. I call myself a believer, because many people, they call themselves, this, but like I said, it's no power. People say anything. But even the Bible said there and say many gonna come in that name, and call themselves, this and call themselves that. But the reason why I think that a lot of people don't understand, especially when it's right there in the same Bible that they carry each and every Sunday when they bust those church doors open, when it talks about families. Now, in that same book, it talked about families, fathers against sons, mothers against daughters, mothers against daughters-in-laws, and anything that's going to separate you from God, then you're going to have to move yourself from that. But the minute when you let it go, even Jesus talked about in the Bible, when I remember, and like I said, a lot of this stuff, when I talk about the Bible, I'm talking not about no pre-ancient stories, okay? I'm talking about right now. I'm just sitting there. That's where they are drowning. You see what I'm saying? But when Jesus said, the same Jesus that, they proclaiming, had said that when one of his disciples' fathers had died, and he said, look, I'm going to follow you, but let me go and bury my father. But what did he say? Let the dead
bury the dead.
Now, we do something like that, they going to think we crazy. They going to think that you're a part of a cult.
Right.
If we sitting there saying, look, I'm going to bury, my loved ones. No, this kingdom business.
Yeah. That's what
they don't see that. So they might as well just close their Bible and just walk away.
Exactly.
Because they're fully not. It's not that they're Christians. They're just programmed.
A form of godliness, but denying the power thereof.
Yes.
It's a mean trick. It's a mean trick of how the Bible has so much truth in it, yet it's not preached correctly. It's not applied correctly, because the real Christians will be doing what we're doing. No Christians is proclaiming the kingdom of God and saying that the Messiah is here. His name is Ezekiel Christ, and has facts to prove in that. What even for you to say they'll recognize it as a cult, right?
What do they call us?
They call us a cult. Yet to even be a cult, you will have to have a group of people that believe you are God. And yet, black people not really used to the cult stuff. If you want to really go indigenous, we are tribes. We are indigenous people that come together for a divine mission and purpose so that it can be for the unification and the betterment of our people and of humanity itself. And that's the real reason why they call us a cult, is because we're trying to unify. And so what another level of why people might get scared or afraid when we call ourselves God is because of that unity of strength in numbers, in collection of one-mindedness that connects us as a unit of cells moving with conviction, with truth,
That's
with
powerful.
honor. And that is what shakes and breaks this system, which is a lie. But when you walk in truth and righteousness, and you walk with that knowing, you have no fear, like the ants that might have somebody try to knock down their ant hill. They gonna bite the out your toe because they seeing, oh, you about to take my. They will grab each other to make a bridge so the other ones can climb over to have their life saved. And so that's the type of unity we're gonna need
Mhm.
in
And
times to come.
we see that unity, but it's not within the black community. We see that unity when it's with we could use for instance Donald Trump, when all his people came and tried to tear down the Capitol, got arrested. When he got in position, he came back for him and got him
He
out of
pardoned them.
prison. He pardoned them. That's just to show you. And now they are upset because his people, when they behind him, they pat him saying, I want to learn from you. But when we sat there behind each other, we want to stab each other. It's no unity with us. And that's why they can continue doing what they doing today, because it's unity. They stick together. We don't stick together.
Every
So we
race
cannot
sticks
we
together.
cannot blame Dottie Squad. We can't even blame the white man anymore. It's us.
Yep. We're in our own way. We have to do the mental reprogramming and the mental diagnosis and see how traumatic our minds have been. And yes, the Willie Lynch syndrome is still in effect. That is why we're still reacting to each other this way. The black man against the older black man against the younger black man, the black woman that's older against the younger black woman. And so skin tones that are dark and light are against each other. Anything that makes us separate, religion, where we come from, a street, a color now. That's what's
Absolutely.
separating each other, when in reality we should all come together and realize, okay, we're in a system that's not gonna do anything for us unless we do it for ourselves.
Ooh,
Leave.
say that again. Say that again.
And so
Absolutely.
we are not gonna
Out of here.
nothing. The system's not gonna do nothing for you. Talking about reparations. Why are we sitting around talking about reparations when you can leave and go make a whole new world even better than this one? That's why this
Absolutely.
America is so great in the first place, is because black people are the ones that built it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I talked about it the other, I think it was yesterday. I just dropped the AI talking about reparation. But reparation is really not in monetary gifts or money. Reparation is when we come together in unity. We are the force to be reckoned with. You see, we are the force. Everything, the earth and the fullness thereof, it all belongs to us. So even if we get reparation, it's like we buying back what's rightfully ours anyway.
Exactly.
And if we
Reparation of-
and
for
if we
what?
get reparations, our mind state that we're in right now, it's not gonna do
It's
us
not
no
good.
good.
Look how we treat each
Absolutely.
other. Look how we treat each
It's gonna be a
other.
mess.
We need mental and psychological help.
Yes.
We need to be
That's
put
it.
down in psychological help. These jails and these prisons, they shouldn't just be having people sitting up in there. They should be actually helping these people mentally. Because how are you just going to take some slaves, just put them out in the world? They got a slave mentality. They still
That's
got the
it.
slave mentality. So this is psychological. You need psychological help and healing. And I
How
like
can
what you
that's it?
said.
That's Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
I
What you
just like
said?
what you said about us all coming together though in unity, and that's the beautiful thing about the internet right now, because you can connect with people all over the world who are on the same frequency as you, talking about the same things as you, and can connect with you. Because a lot of times you're not gonna meet somebody just around you that like you can connect with on such a deep level. Because a lot of people is on different frequencies and stuff like that. But I was just thinking about all of us coming together, like Black people coming together. Oh my God, that in itself, they scared of us coming together. They're scared of us saying that we're God. They're scared of us to stop believing their witchcraft.
Yes.
They're scared of us to stop believing that we need money, to stop believing everything that they told us. They are so afraid of that. Even the President Donald Trump, that is all, ain't no president. President, we aren't even really directly affected by president. It's all just a mind. Like, oh, I'm gonna go vote to make it seem real. It's all make believe, though. Everything is make believe. Don't believe the lies. And so when we see the truth, they're like, oh, we gotta quiet this truth, because we can't have people stop believing that they need to go to work and they need to be on this rat reel cycle that we got them on.
I thought it was amazing that you said they want to stop from us from saying certain things, because a major thing within Eligio's case is they say they put a gag order on us when we utilize the discovery to actually prove that it's innocent. Not our discovery, the what's it called? The prosecutor's discovery. So we utilize all their tools and information and to prove that he is innocent. And then they put a gag order on us.
So we can't speak or post or talk about any of the case at all.
And I thought that was very deeply symbolic of a word to speak or to even type out on a page. Because it's even more powerful when it's on a written sheet of paper. So that's to be done. And then you just say you gagging someone. You gag. That means you're putting a thing in someone's mouth for them not to even speak truth. What type of spell is that to put on someone? And it's not of God, it's not of righteousness, because all we spoke was truth. And so that is what's happening in many ways. People will utilize they utilize fear to control the masses, control Black people from even unifying, or even from going to the tropics, or even trying to eat healthy or doing something new, because of that influence of fear of doing something that's new. But in reality, it's false evidence appearing real.
That's it. False evidence appearing to be real. Let's go ahead and talk about and like I said, all this stuff is inside of us. I don't even have to have no cue card or anything, because it's something that to me is much needed, a much needed talk. Let's talk about identity crisis. I love your afro. Tell us about our hair. Our hair means so much. It means so much, especially when it comes to the nine ether, how our hair is connected to the universe, and how they told us how to hate ourselves, and we hate everything about us, where we want to cut our nose, we want to perm our hair, and we just hate who we are. That plays a lot of who we are.
Hate nature. How they taught us to hate nature. That's how you know it's evil, because live, Live, spelled backwards, is evil. So if you live in backwards, if you hate nature, then that's evil. Look at our hair, like, oh my gosh. You have to look at the differences between a less melanated person, a white person, and a Black person. Their hair is straight. Our hair defies gravity and is able. How is this thing up? This hair is supposed to fall. No, it stays up. It grows up towards the sun.
And if it falls, what happened? Only animals' hair is straight down, right?
Yes.
Only time our hair should fall down is when they're conductive in locks. And you know what I thought was really amazing when Eligio said to us? He said, if you've never cut your hair since you was a child and you tried to live in this system, would you think you'll get hired for a job? You had hair since you was born. You never cut it.
You're not supposed to cut your hair.
So that hair is growing long. It's locked up. It's conductive. you got super energy, you connected to the source, and you think you're gonna get put on a business suit and still get hired.
Mm.
No, you're
And
not,
what
because you're
what
real.
about the bleaching? The bleaching that means a lot to our melanin in our skin, and how we bleaching it. I mean, it's so much
Even
self
even
hate.
even in the hair, look at the hair. This is
Mhm.
melanin. This is black because it has melanin in here. Melanin is able to communicate with light, the highest consciousness, the highest light spectrum. Everything is light in this reality. Melanin is able to connect with the highest consciousness, the God consciousness, more than our eyes can even see and fathom. Melanin is connecting with that. It's an intelligence. So when you bleach your hair, it's called dye because it's dying. The melanin is dying. You're losing that connection to God and to source. It goes straight up to the sun because the sun is light. The sun is consciousness. Our skin and our melanin is able to communicate more deeply at a higher level than a less melanated person to consciousness and to God. And
Tina say, "Don't
so,
let my slick burnt bun in that picture fool you. I have an afro just like the sisters up there. My
okay,
grandparents forbid me from cutting my hair."
Yes,
yes,
I'm glad your
that's
grandparents did
good.
that for you. I know you
That's
have some
good.
beautiful hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, our hairs are connected. It's our nervous system.
It
You ever
is.
have someone come brush past you or touch a little bit of your hair? You be like, hold on.
You feel
You
it?
feel it in your body. It's because it's your nervous system. So your hair is alive. And it's something that we should cherish and hold sacred, and not just. Sometimes you might have to cover your hair up if
When you
you're in a
go in
certain
public.
environment. Wear a white hair wrap or a colorful one. Sometimes black attracts a lot of energy.
Yeah, black does.
So be careful with it, because I know how it feels to even wear a black hair wrap. So protect yourself, protect your hair. It's your crown chakra, it's your roots, it's what connects you to God. So as it's connecting and tangling up, don't say, oh, my hair nappy, oh, I gotta comb it out and put some. No, you've been taught that way to try to put yourself to the beauty standard of the white American woman on the billboards and what you see in the movie stars. But it's okay. You can be just as beautiful, as more beautiful than Beyonce with your natural hair. You start to show Beyonce how she should rock her hair and wear that melanated hair that grow out her skin. I mean, out her hair. Make your
So
go
what if
sit.
we all just start a trend, and you think they will be afraid of us if all of us, every conscious person, black person, just start wearing afros? What you think would happen if just we all, how we pick up on every habit, on social media. What if we all just have a trend, just all just be happy to be nappy, just wear our afros and everything? How you think it would make them feel? Do you think it would make them tremble in their knees?
It's gonna make them uncomfortable. And the thing is, if somebody feels uncomfortable, don't let that make you feel uncomfortable. You have to have pride in that and walk in confidence with that, especially if you walk around in society, because that's not the standard of beauty.
Right.
And just imagine the money that we would save, because we spend trillions of dollars just on beauty products a year.
And the beauty
Trillions.
supplies are making so much money. I remember when I was in my lower self, I used to go to the beauty supply probably every other 2 weeks to get some extensions or get some dye or something to do with my hair, some braids, and braids are cool to do for your protective style. Yet we have to sometimes just rock our hair.
Well, I'm gonna
And
have to start rocking my hair. And don't you know I'm a licensed cosmetologist, which I don't, like I said, but
know
I still
that.
keep my license up, and have girls just renting the boots and stuff like that. But when it comes to the money that we can save if we just stay out of these Koreans shop, because most of them set up in our neighborhood, but they will never pour in it. If anything, the money is going back home to where they belongs, you see.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, the Asians come. It's always Asians do it. But I've seen a lot more black beauty supplies on the rise. Yeah, majority are Asians, and they're taking that money back home, and it's circulating within their communities. So we have to really get back to our natural state, because we gonna find love for self when we do that. It's gonna be a process when you go through a stage of like, oh my God, what?
Crazy.
Oh,
Feel like that,
it's gonna
but
feel like that.
gotta push
You gotta
through
just
it.
keep going and love yourself through it all.
Absolutely. And look, we
Godly.
got 5 more minutes, but if it was a solution to speak to our people, and what solution, that's going to betterment and restore our people, what message that you think that, would be beneficial for our people? No, I didn't. I promise you, I didn't write it down. It just came from the heart. You hear me? It just
A
came from the
solution
heart.
for our people.
Mine would be, learn to love one another, love each other, unity. Mine would be that, learn to take care of home before we spread it abroad. Mine would be, pouring into our own community, because when we pour into our own community, we will be a force to be reckoned with.
I would say to seek truth and to seek God, because God has returned and He's here, walking this earth.
Yes, that was my first mind said. God. And yet,
God.
I have to realize that a lot of people, we might say that, yet people aren't at the state of
To
love for
accept that.
self to accept God in the image that God has come.
Yeah.
So I would say, first off, love yourself. Start to know yourself and empty your cup of what you think is true.
Empty
And
your cup.
really
That's the key.
empty
You
your
got to
cup.
empty yourself in
I
order to
would
be
say empty your
refilled, right?
cup.
Empty
So
your
you can
cup.
be filled with God because God is here.
Seek truth.
And it's not going to be how you've been programmed to perceive it. Yet once you empty your cup and you're open and you're like a child, you will receive heaven. You will receive the gifts that God has come to bring. So that's my
Wow, that's deep. That's deep. Empty your cup. And that's exactly, empty your cup in order for him to pour back into you.
Exactly.
your true identity.
Yes, yes. And we gonna get there. Maybe not all of us, but we gonna get there. I promise we gonna get there. We may not understand because we program, but once we shake off of these grave clothes and come out, empty our cup, and just start all over, it's like a baby. We just like a baby. We think that we got it all together. No, we like a baby, and we
Yeah.
got to empty ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. We
So,
love it.
girls, I enjoy you guys. If anything else y'all want to say, y'all welcome to say, because y'all welcome anytime. Three angels. Yes, three angels.
Thankful so much for having us on your platform. I love
Yes, yes, yes,
You're
yes.
very
And thank you guys. What you
Yeah.
saying?
If anybody, I know we said a few things that a lot of people probably don't know what we was talking about. So if you are interested, we have an Instagram. Uh, it's pretty long. Should I just type it? Can I type it somehow?
Yeah, type it in. You could send. See if you can. Let me see how I can put it on. I wonder if it's not going to show up even if you type it right, unless you send it to me private and I can just type it in.
I think it's letting me type it right here.
Or it's letting you type it in.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. And this is our Instagram right here. Then we have a YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's Imagination. Imagine is one word with the E. Nation Productions.
Yeah, we're still posting stuff on there, but just to get an idea of some of the things that we were talking about, you can go on there. I'm not sure if it showed in the chat, but I think I typed it somewhere.
Yeah, I see it. I'm just trying to see how to pace it.
Okay. I'm really thankful for this platform. I love what you're doing.
I like I said, I enjoy each and every time because God is taking me to a higher place. Like I say, some things I don't understand, but I know that some things is not for me to understand, but iron sharpen iron. And each and every time, when you guys come up, it's like each one teach one. It's just like iron sharpen iron. And I see Country Girl says, thank you, Pamela, for coming over again. That's a beautiful understanding that scripture is our history. Absolutely. But like I said, a lot of people, they just don't understand, because we've been programmed. But some things, like I said, we just got to step back and just sometimes just listen, hear you guys out. And that's exactly what I did. I'm a type of person that I don't go by what people tell me, I get to know you for myself. And
Yeah.
when I got to know you guys, I saw not what come out your mouth, what's in your heart. And I know that your heart was very pure. And like I said, I just thank God for you guys, and just keep doing whatever God called you to do, because like I said, the kingdom of heaven suffer violence, and we got to do what? Take it by force, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So just continue. But I love you guys. And like I say, whatever people say, let them say, because we already know what mindset that they are in. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you
Thank
all be blessed here.
you
You
as well,
too.
D.
Thank you.
Yes. So that's all y'all wanted to say. Natureboi.eligio
Yep, that's our Instagram.
Eligio.bishop.
Yep. And
Okay,
it'll
guys.
connect you
Make
to
sure.
everything. It will
Hmm.
connect you to everything else.
Okay. And I think y'all on Bigo too, right?
We are on Bigo. That's Nature Boy TV. That's our Bigo name.
Okay. All right, then. All righty. So thank you guys for coming in. And if y'all want to go ahead and cash app them, y'all can cash app, send it to me, and I promise you it will get to them. Real Talk 985. Okay. It's
Oh,
not
yes.
obligated, but it is appreciated. Real Talk 985. If you feel like you want to go ahead, you got a word, go ahead and cash app on Real Talk 985. I promise you it's going to be on good grounds. Okay. All right,
Yes.
guys. Be blessed here.
You love to
Peace.
you.
All
Love
right.
you.
All right. Love you guys. All right. Okay, guys. Look, like I said, you always have to be ready at all times. I enjoy it myself. I'm not here to judge no one. I'm not here to put my foot on anyone because, like I said, we're not talking to children. We are talking to grown-ups, 18 and older. So I really enjoyed. Thank you, Tina. Love Country Girl Queena came in. Also, who else came in? Yes, Christella Hart. So guys, yes, thank you very much. My girl, Country Girl, when she come out and say another great live, unapologetic real talk and panelists. Everyone enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Stay safe, stay prayed up, and God bless you all. Thank you, Tina. Thank you very, very much. And know that only what we do for the Most High God is going to last. And try to speak kindness. If it's not anything that's going to edify, to lift up, we're not here to sit there and tear down. And if we tear down, we're going to build up, because we got to realize that we don't have a heaven nor hell to put no one in. So we're not here to sit there and judge no one. We got too much stuff that is going on out there. First, we have to clean behind our own back door before we try to clean somebody else's. Okay. So, and that's real talk. So make sure you guys go ahead and share these videos, comment for more unapologetic content. So I'm finna go and see what's going on, and I'll talk to you all later. Okay. So you all be blessed. Do it all and I'm around you.